Alright, what we have here is my new mountain bike. It's a Trek Excalibur 9. Just back from my first ride, which will be what you'll see in the second part of this video. I know that mudguard looks a bit silly, but there was one just lying around, so I put it on. A little bit of dirt up the back there because I've just, as I said, been out for the first ride on it this morning. Don't think much of these tyres, but they'll do for now till I decide what else to get. I do like the colour though. I think it looks very smart in that colour. Well, you joined me today, my first ride on a mountain bike. This is my Trek Excalibur 9. I've had it since Friday, it's now Monday. This is the first time I'm going for a ride other than up and down the road to check the saddle height. I've been slightly apprehensive about it because I don't really know where to go and how to ride a mountain bike, so it's all a bit new, and I kind of pondered and contemplated all weekend, and then I thought, well, there's only one way you're going to find out, and that's to go and ride it. So if you've seen a video a couple of weeks ago, I was contemplating getting a mountain bike and wondering whether I should. So if you haven't seen the previous video of my mountain bike dilemma, have a look at that one first. And that dilemma would have gone on and on. If you watched the previous video, you'll know I really was looking at a mountain bike to have something that's quite strong, and it was a second-hand one for 650 quid, and I thought that was a bit high because I'd seen on the advert at the Trek shop that this one had been marked down to £970. And this is a 2021 model, I know. You can get a brand new one for £970. You don't want to be paying £650 for a second-hand one. Anyway, I've never ridden a mountain bike before, never even sat on one. So I thought, well, I'll go to the shop just to sit on one and, you know, see how they feel. And in the shop, and the guy was busy doing something else. I was having a browse around, and there's the Excalibur. Let's have a look at that. And I looked at it, and there was a price tag on the front, £500. And I thought, well, that's less than the price of a second-hand one. Surely I shouldn't turn that down. What a climb! One thing I have learned, it's no easier climbing on a mountain bike than it is on a gravel bike. So this is a 2021 model. As I said, differs slightly from the 2022 in that it's got a RockShox Judy fork, instead of a Recon, and it doesn't have a dropper post. The dropper post that they fitted to the 2022 model I found online on a special for 40 quid, so I've ordered one. The fork, nothing I can do about that, and anyway, I don't know what difference it makes. But everything else that makes this a high-spec bike you get. Shimano 410 brakes, XT SLX drivetrain, 1x12. But again, 500 quid. I mean, really. The Excalibur has been discontinued now. To get this spec now on a Pro Caliber, you need a Pro Caliber 8, and that's going to cost you 1,400 quid. The only downside is, well, I don't know if it's a downside, but the size is medium-large. And ideally, according to the Trek website, you should be riding a large. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. The guy in the shop assured me that I'll be fine on it. But there again, if they've had it in stock for a couple of years, he may be just glad to see it move. Well, it is a Trek dealer, so they have a reputation to uphold. It feels all right. I feel slightly short on the reach. I could maybe put another 10 mil on the stem, but I don't know. Because, as I said, I've ridden a mountain bike today, all feel short on the reach. And I measured the reach, and strangely enough, it's exactly the same as it is on my giant fast road. So, what's it like riding a mountain bike for the first time? Well, first thing to notice is, I mean, I'm talking about rider fitment here, but the machine just feels quite big. It feels quite heavy as well. And when you ride it, it's a more leisurely ride. It's not about pushing to get the fastest segment time or anything. Or certainly not compared to a gravel bike, maybe a faster segment compared to last time you came on a mountain bike, sure, but it sort of rides along really nicely. It just feels quite smooth and comfortable, and it was quite a pleasant experience. I haven't taken it anything hardcore, of course, riding similar routes to what I do on the gravel bike. It's quite low geared as well, and I did think that was going to be the be all and end all, but it isn't. Oh, this feels better. Over the bumps it's so much smoother. Thank you. Oh, that's weird. They've put a patch on the road on a bit that's supposed to be closed off. They've never actually officially opened that as a park, even though they were supposed to, which is why I had to lift the bike over a gate. So I tried to get up a 16% hill yesterday on the gravel bike. It was about, I don't know, 500 meters. And only managed half of it before I had to get off. So I decided to try it today on this, and I did make it, but boy was I knackered at the top. So yeah, a lot of gearing helped to a certain extent, but wow, it still takes a lot of effort to get up a hill. Of course, as I've mentioned in previous videos, there's a lot of me to get up a hill. This is a new bit. I don't normally do this on the gravel bike, because there's a cycle path runs parallel to it. It's usually quite muddy. I thought I'd give it a go on this. So overall, it's quite a fun little bike to ride, and I don't see me giving up gravel riding in favour of this, but this is nice to have in addition to. I love cycling, I love all sorts of cycling, and the chance of being able to go somewhere that I can't go now is just fantastic. I feel like it'll also be a big help in winter, because it's often dark, gloomy in winter in Britain, and I like to get off the road as much as possible. In winter, a lot of the cycle paths and stuff get quite wet and muddy, which I'm hoping won't be a problem for this bike. And then I'll be able to do some more interesting riding in winter. But again, I know I've said it before, but 500 quid. Right, I came down here on the Revolt. It was quite a scary experience, really, because it's going to be another steep downhill in a minute.